Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Manga Panel Podcast. I'm your host this week, Bo Talks Media. Today we're covering issue 43 of Weekly Shonen Jump. I'm joined by Key, Trent, and Aiden. Key is back from his little move. Missed last week, so we had to make a new little layout and everything. No one there to talk about Undead Unluck, so Aiden had to cover us.
Oh man, that's awful. So
whenever he covers it without any context.
it's
an
awful.
exciting week to get through. But before that, let's talk about our favorite chapters. Key, let's start with you. What was your favorite chapter this week?
Favorite chapter this week?
No Black Clover to fall back on.
Yeah, no, there's no Black Clover this week, was there? Or no, wait, there was. No, it's still here. It was here. I read no, that was last week. Okay, yeah, you're right. Shit, I'm trying to think. It wasn't Undead Unluck this week. I thought Undead Unluck was kind of meh.
Bottom three.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting attached to the Tokyo Demon Bride story, even though it still has like the worst name ever for a title, but I still like it.
It is such a bad title. Well, at least someone here likes it.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot.
What about you, Aiden?
Ooh, it was a tough week. It was a tough week to pick, but easy just for me. I just got so hyped reading it. Sakamoto Days, like seeing the arc, its climax. Oof, 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 oof.
Oof. What about you, Trent, with your wolf icon?
Oh, sorry, it stuttered a little bit. Yeah, for me, it had to be Witch Watch. I was actually laughing throughout the whole entire chapter.
Right?
Audibly laughing the whole entire time, and manga doesn't really make me do that. So
that was an incredible chapter of Witch Watch.
incredible Witch Watch. I think everything else was hype. Like Jujutsu Kaisen was hype, and everything else that I usually say is hype. But it's kind of like as hype as it's always been. And then Witch Watch is like, it's the first time I've like laughed the whole time through a gag manga. So that was really impressive to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For me, I almost wanted to give it to Ginka GLuna again, 3 weeks in a row. I'm not going to do it though. I'm going to reserve that. I'm giving it to One Piece. I think it deserves it more.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good One Piece chapter. Really Ginka GLuna is still blowing me away. We'll get to it. Sure. It's keeping up. Yeah. Like, it's fantastic. So, let's run through the rankings though real quick. Lead cover and color pages was My Hero Academia. That's rigged. After it plummeted to the bottom 2 weeks ago. Yeah, let's give it a color page. It's fine.
It's a publicity stunt, man.
Yeah.
Like, rigged for the anime.
Shit.
Yeah, it's for the anime season 6, right?
Yep.
Sakamoto Days number 2, One Piece number 3, Blue Box, Jujutsu Kaisen, a color page for me and Roboco at number 6 with some anime news. Tokyo Demon Bride story at number 7, Akane Banashi at 8, Ginka GLuna at 9. We had a one shot with color at 10. Number 11 was High School Family, Kokosei. Number 12 was Mashele. 13 was Witch Watch, another one shot at 14. Elusive Samurai at 15. Yozakura Family at 16. 17 was PPP. 18 Undead Unluck. 19 Aliens Area. And rounding out the stinkers, Super Smartphone, Sugui Smartphone.
The cleanest stinker that's ever hit a toilet.
It is one of the cleanest stinkers, man. We were talking before we started recording, Aiden, that it does feel like the quality is dropping. It's still good. It's still really good, but the past really 2 chapters...
It's just compared to the rest of the series, it's just... It doesn't feel...
Its days are numbered.
Yeah. I definitely think this has been like the thing where his editor just went, so we gotta... You got 5 weeks. Like, it's that thing. And it's like, ooh, yo.
Okay.
It definitely feels really early for Zenitro to have this big-ass moment, I think. Especially after the moment we just had with the other 2 characters.
Yeah, for sure. It was a cool moment. I like Zenitro.
Yeah, no, dude, I loved that moment with Zenitro. I was like, why is this in the bottom, man? This is so good. I love this villain.
Yeah.
But at least we can say it'll be cool to have it on our shelf one day, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I hope so.
I would assume Viz will publish this. It's just like, I do wonder if maybe we let the rankings get to our heads a little bit. Like, if this were ranking in the top 10, but this was the exact same chapter, would we feel the same way about it?
The thing is, I don't think this chapter happens if it's not in the bottom 20.
You're right. You're right.
It's just like, it's tough because I think like it is a quality series and it's just getting shafted by like other things in the magazine. Like, again, we've said this round and around. It's like, I think if it was a different time or if it came up against different things, it would be surviving.
Right.
For sure. I don't know. It was a good chapter. I like Zenichiro's moment, getting his backstory and his kind of motive finally.
Yeah.
20 chapters. Crazy, we're only 20 chapters in. It feels like we've been with the series for way longer than that.
It does. So much has actually happened in this manga. It's genuinely impressive. So
Yeah. But let's talk about Aliens Area, the second from the bottom. Kind of introduced this. Well, we kind of introduced this council last chapter. We got more of Tatsunami's backstory with his implants and stuff. I don't know.
It was like,
it was fine.
I think it's interesting.
The one page of him actually getting the implants was really cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was actually kind of surprised how they tied it together. Like, it was kind of cool seeing the backstory a little bit. But again, this is also one of those things where it's like, this felt like something that would appear like way later in the series. This is happening really early. This is chapter
16.
And we're seeing his father being burnt to a crisp. So, a little crazy for chapter 16, but, you know, it's interesting. Like, the artwork actually really impressed me. The, what do they call them? The, Mayumarians, aliens, were so cool looking.
Right.
Like, that was actually sick as hell. Really, really cool alien design. And also, like, really cool lore. I like that that's what they decided to tap into. It was just interesting. I like the council. It was just random that they went back and forth, and then they're like, fuck it, yeah, yes, let's, yeah.
They won him over.
Yeah.
I like the girl. I don't know her name, but she's cool.
She had a cool design.
It still makes me wonder what happened to the other characters they introduced, like 10 chapters ago.
Yeah,
They're just kind of gone.
They're just like, all right, let's just do this arc. Run it.
Run it real quick.
For me, it's a little bit weird that they have to like talk to the entire council just to go and do something like this. I understand it's like priority level 1 or whatever they were saying, but it felt like kind of a waste of time almost. It's like you could have been doing something else to like get the story going along a little bit faster. I just don't want to see the series dragging its feet, you know, especially with how like low it's ranking every week. It definitely just needs to keep on doing more.
Yeah.
It's still been better than it was, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
to be fair, it was.
Yeah, I don't take this as like super dragging its feet. I just simply could see it being better.
I do think there's a chance it survives the next serialization meeting, personally. Just because there's other stuff that are either ending soon, I think, or stuff that's lower, like Super Smartphone. So hopefully it keeps picking itself up, but who knows? Key, fill us in on Undead Unluck.
Undead Unluck. It's getting towards the climax. I don't really know what else I can really say, except for there was this whole thing the past 2 chapters where they just kind of said, hey, by the way, there's actually 2 gods. So that was cool. There's a god of the sun and a god of the moon. The god of the moon's the good god. The god of the sun's the bad one. So it's like a Uno reverse of what you're normally used to, because I guess moon gods are supposed to be bad more often than not. I don't know. So that's a little bit confusing. But it just said like the sun god created the Umas, the like monsters they've been fighting, and then moon god created the people that have all the unpowers or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know what they're collectively called. If they did drop a name,
Negators.
Yeah, negators.
Negators, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's a good chapter, but not what I was expecting. And also, I feel like it just needs to pick itself up, and it did towards the end because Andy swapped out with Victor, you know, his alter ego with the long black hair and all that shit, and him and Louise are gonna team up to fight the Sun God. So we'll see what happens. It's kind of like a countdown sort of thing. I kind of think I know where it's gonna go. So as long as no one cares about spoilers, I'd like to give a prediction real quick. My prediction is that it's actually gonna end a lot sooner than we thought. Like, Fuko's just not going to be able to stand the thought of all of her friends dying to the sun god, and she's going to hop out of the chair before the timer runs out and just, like, team up with Andy to defeat God, and then that's going to end the series, honestly. It's just a prediction. I don't think it's actually going to happen, but if it does, then you know I guessed it, and I guess.
Well, I think Undead Unluck and this next series we'll talk about, I think, are the 2 reasons kind of like maybe Aliens Area won't get canceled just because these are naturally ending, it feels like.
Yeah, no,
Very
definitely.
So let's talk about PPP. This chapter really, I mean, we've been talking about this kind of, it really was starting to feel like we're reaching the climax.
Yeah, I think like
Really
The
cool
words
art,
we're
though.
using.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
art's
art was
beautiful
crazy.
in this chapter.
The panel where Lucky is holding his face and the one
He has, like,
side
half
the piano
a-
eye. and
Yeah,
other
the
side-
piano
it was
eye.
Crazy. I was like, damn.
Man.
Yeah.
I you know that I love to like talk about my favorite things whenever I can, but that gave me some Lelouch vibes. Just saying, man. It's just he's done that same pose. It's like, oh shit. Okay, yeah, Lucky, I see you. Good stuff. All right, man. Become God of Piano or something. That'll show him.
Yeah, we need Lucky to commit genocide.
Yeah, I
like-
was gonna say. I was literally gonna say piano genocide.
gotta pick
He's
up the
gonna
guitar,
bring the
man.
piano rumbling.
Yeah, it was a good chapter. I think a bit of Lucky's like self character development, I guess you could call it, is a little like confusing because he's just going so back and forth in his own head.
Yeah.
But I am excited to see this next bout. I not remember Buddy's name. Who's going to be playing La Campanella next against Sorochika, but
With the black hair?
yeah.
With the tie.
He was the one that was giving him the pep talk about like ego and all that.
Yeah, I just cannot remember his name for the life of me.
Is it
And
Red?
that,
Oh, yes. I
remember.
think that's
Or
actually
am I
it.
making that up? Okay.
No, you might be on the ball for that one.
No, I think that's cool to know that Lucky actually has a goal and he's not just doing this for the sake of doing this anymore. He's just like, hey, I just kind of want to make my siblings happy and like grow closer to them. But then he also has like this split personality thing where he is like talented Lucky and then he's just normal Lucky,
Yeah.
like a conflict with himself. That's really cool. I didn't expect it to get that deep. Like it's already kind of deep, but now it's just deep. But
Yeah, it was a good chapter.
yeah, I think it was pretty solid.
Yeah, there
Was,
was not too much to say. It's just really dialogue heavy.
Yeah.
No, actually, I
Well,
feel
the
like it was
first couple
really
pages were
not.
really light, and
Mm-hmm.
then like the second half was dialogue heavy. Yeah. Next up,
I love
though,
that
we
he's
have-
doing that though.
Well,
Oh, the
Sorry.
no dialogue, so good.
Yeah, I
Like,
would
two
honestly.
chapters ago, that was incredible.
yeah.
I thought that it would be really cool if he just did more of that, like less talking, just like let his art explode. You know, just let him keep doing what
Yeah,
he's
'cause it
doing.
is-
It does
impressive.
shine most when it
Yeah.
just lets itself speak for itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes you feel the emotion.
Mhm.
But next up is Yozakura family.
Yeah,
Trent, you want to lead us off on this?
Yeah. Or...
Go for it.
Okay, sorry.
This is I associate the series with you whether you like it or not, Trent. So
Yeah. I think this is a series this is a chapter that kind of like let the action kind of speak for itself. We had a really cool moment with Futaba,
Mhm.
and Kyotaro being the goated older brother that he is 50% of the time. We get more of the muscular mustache man that we all liked,
Oh yeah, he's great.
just tearing through a warship, which is just hilarious.
I kind of call bullshit on like the ship being able to like fix
the ship
itself.
being alive,
Yeah. What's up with that?
But the Yozakura shit or whatever, I can't remember what they're doing.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You didn't even explain why that is, dude. Like,
No, it's
Why is the
got,
ship alive?
It's got like the
It's because he
Yozakura.
infused Yozakura blood on the metal or whatever.
why is the
Didn't
ship have blood? What?
Yozakura, I swear, Yozakura blood can do whatever the fucking writer wants.
Yeah,
It's
it is
it's
like
the
a
Philosopher's Stone.
it is a fucking catch-all. Like
He says, "Oh, I can do this. You know why, Samanin?" And then he's just like, and then he gives you a thumbs
Yeah.
up, and you're just like looking at him like, "Okay, cool, buddy."
yeah,
Um,
he's not even looking right at you. He's just
yeah,
got
I think most of the chapter is actually like middle of the road, but the whole moment with Futaba and Kyotaro was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, we got to see Nanayo. Is that how you pronounce the fucking grade schooler? We got to see him once in a blue moon. He didn't say anything, but he appeared. The bucket head kid.
Oh yeah, no, he's just laying there, dude. He's like having everyone
Yeah.
stand on top of him as like a boat. Like,
Right,
dude,
he's acting as a boat.
what the
but-
fuck?
He's one of my like favorite designs. They never use his character.
No, they never not want.
And it really
Maybe if it gets an
stood
anime,
its
they'll do
place.
more with him.
If right.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I was gonna say is we actually keep just pointing to PPP and Undead to end. This is gonna end soon. What the fuck
Yeah.
are they
Yeah,
gonna do
probably.
after they kick their dad in the head? This shit's
Nothing,
ending.
dude. There's literally nothing else.
We're at chapter.
Unless they want to fight God too, you know, that's always a thing you can pull out of your ass.
The
Yeah.
dominant god.
It's like Xenoblade,
Oh.
man. I didn't expect to fight God, but here I am, just
Oh,
fighting
man.
God.
Fucking. Dude, if they did that in this manga, because they would, they'd go like to the origins of fucking the Yozakura
Some
family or
great.
something.
Oh, dude, that sounds like
Oh,
something
yeah.
I would do.
No, the Yozakura
They
family
fucking
are
travel
descended
back
from
in
God.
time to erase
Did you
know-
ever existing.
Did you know that Jesus Christ had salmon in his blood?
Oh boy. No, don't do that.
It wasn't
Please, God,
actually.
don't do that.
It wasn't actually Jesus who turned water to wine. It was Salmon.
It was his awakening.
We're reaching JoJo's levels of chaotic. Let's keep on keeping on.
But yeah, look at that. Elusive Samurai reflects how you feel in the rankings, man. It's like way down here. What the hell?
I will say this chapter was better than the past couple.
Oh yeah, this chapter was pretty
for
good.
sure. Like it was a pretty good chapter, but the past couple weeks I have been more down on it than
Yeah.
I would like to be because overall I really enjoy Elusive Samurai.
It's
Art's
still-
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's rare that I truly care what the retainers are doing. To be completely honest in the series, and I'm into this. What is the main girl's name? What's her name? Ayako. She had some really cool moments in this chapter. I still like the joke with the guy with the anime waifu armor, and the guy's telling him like, "Listen, if this is what you got to do, I respect it.
Yeah.
If this makes you stronger, it makes me proud." And that was hype. And then moment at the end with them they're wearing down the one guy, and Tokiyuki just is like, "Okay, I'm done. You can go fight my my retainer Nezu now,
Yeah.
1-on-1." They just wore him down.
Dude, it still messes with me that he like gets off to dodging swords and arrows and
Yeah,
shit.
there's
like,
dude, every chapter with Tokiyuki, there's a panel, man. There's that one
It's
panel that
like-
just makes me uncomfortable.
It's so funny. It's just
Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about if you read this chapter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Go ahead, Trent.
I kind of relate with it though. Like, have you ever had like a really good spot dodge in Smash Bros? Like,
okay,
Fucking melee
Kinda-
players.
you know?
But
I
it's
kind
like,
of understand where he's coming from.
but it's like the thing with Elusive Samurai is even if it's like not a great chapter, you always know the art's gonna be really good. Like the art is always consistently good. Like especially with like action chapters. Like
Yeah.
the story's like whatever, but the art's been pretty good.
like we always say, it's like the best art in the magazine.
Yeah.
So if your story isn't very good, then your art has to be, and if neither are very good, then you're just kind of in the shitter.
Then your Tokyo Demon Bride story.
No, you're not.
You-
You
I
get
had
out of
to
here.
say-
You get
I
out.
had
You
to
get.
say it.
Page,
It's just. Is that just gonna be a thing? Every single time I like something, you guys just gonna
I was
like,
already
shit
shitting
all
on
over
it before you
yeah,
liked it.
you just decided to jump on the wrong boat, but
Yeah, bro, you picked the wrong newbie.
Page 5.
No, I did not. I picked the correct newbie, bro.
Okay,
I know what I'm talking
No, we're
about.
good.
Anyways, remember Elusive Samurai. Page 5. Ayako had that crazy, like she had the crazy art piece,
She's
which
kicking
spreads
them in the-
across all the
Yeah.
panels, which was nice. I thought that
Yeah,
was
she's kicking them both in the face.
sick. Yeah.
Pretty good.
But yeah, let's jump over to, unless we have other things to say. Let's jump over to Peak, man.
Absolutely, it made last chapter
Awesome
worth it.
chapter.
Yeah.
I'm okay with having
If
to
I
sit
was-
through last week's awful chapter for this because this was fantastic.
If I was a Japanese kid,
Yeah.
I might have been laughing 2 weeks in a row. But as far as I know,
I
it's
might
just-
have been laughing too.
It's just 1 week.
So like I said, I really enjoyed this chapter. How much of it is that it just focused on characters that I liked though?
Oh,
That's what
no,
I
no,
We finally got Nemu back.
No, see,
Fucking
I
after 20
was-
chapters.
I opened this. I
was thinking about
opened it
that.
this week and I go, oh, it's Nemu, banger, bro, banger.
Yeah,
I
I
ended
know.
chapter
Me too.
instantly.
I was like, Nem's in this chapter. It's gonna be funny,
It's
And
always she always does such a good
or a
gag.
good chapter,
Yeah,
right?
and then I
Also-
flip to the next page and it's the 3 goats of Witch Watch and I'm like, yeah, we're in for a good one. Strap in, boys.
By goats, do you mean women?
What are you saying? Women can't be goats, Trent? Is that what you're aiming
No, I'm
for?
saying they're the only likable characters in this goddamn series.
No, that's delusional. But they definitely.
I still like
definitely
Wolf
are a
Kid,
good part of
dude.
it.
I
Sorry,
don't
except
care.
for Maruto.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Eh.
Oh, the I think it's page 10. I was dying. So the entire gimmick of this chapter is Nico and the girls are having a sleepover, and they don't want the boys to like watch over them. So she casts a spell, and they can see like little figures of what they're doing, but they can't see exactly what they're doing. It's very unapproximate.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason, Momoshi has a rodeo machine in her house, and then and a fucking bouncy ball, and then Nemu's on like a hammock, and the boys are just looking at the little figures moving around. I'm like, oh, they're having a good time. I was dying at that.
The fucking the what the hell are we witnessing? And it's the fucking like menacing on the across the top.
Dude, when she was on top of the chair, and then she was crawling underneath the chair, so it was like she was sitting on her head.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Sitting on Momoshi.
So fucking good.
Dude,
My favorite part was when she ended up turning into like a rat and then just started like running across the floor and was like freaking the fuck out.
I love
that kid made me laugh. It's like, I don't understand women at all.
Why Nemo was doing a military crawl across the floor?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
why is she
yeah.
crawling? Slowly crawling.
Face down. Fucking
Do you think they're ever gonna find out that she can shapeshift or what? Also, that was nothing that surprised me. If they ever go back to a serious chapter, I think they will. But that's just what caught me off guard. Is that there was kind of a serious character moment here, for once.
Yeah. They
I feel like we haven't seen that in years, man.
I love the little end like narrator voice. Good luck, shapeshifter witch Nemu Meow. Hang in there until you can finally tell them your secret.
Yeah.
Which will happen eventually. Also, the Sea of Clouds bit. I love they're just keeping up the lap. We know,
lap,
bro.
Hello lap. We got it.
Oh yeah.
This was a fantastic chapter. Probably one of the best Wish Watch chapters, if I'm being completely honest.
It was
At least as of late.
I think this is the best Witch Watch chapter.
The best Witch Watch.
It had good storytelling and jokes, and that's all I want from Witch Watch.
And it had Nemu, so that's automatically a win.
And
it had Nemu.
Nemu carries.
Indeed. Now, when I say it's like a good chapter, when even I say it, man,
Something right.
like there's something going on. Something's happening. Something's really happening.
If Trent picks it as his favorite chapter, you know something right.
I'm curious. For those that have watched Gintama, did this feel like a Gintama episode or a Gintama bit?
I think you can definitely taste it. Like I think especially if you imagine the voice actors being like super like fucking loud, they're like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah,
dude. Whenever I see them, whenever I'm like see them like yelling about why the figures are moving around in such a way, I just hear Shinpachi. Yeah.
Anime's best.
And Nico, I just give Kakura's voice. Because why not?
All right, next up we had Mashele, the color page.
Dude, oh my god. We also, this is a little off topic, but we just got... It's on topic. We just got the anime trailer the other night. Holy shit, I couldn't be more excited.
A1 Pictures.
A1 Pictures is doing it, and they're doing a lot.
They're pulling a map, though.
I just saw that tweet. They're also handling the Nier Automata anime, but
what else? Oh, are they doing Rurouni Kenshin also?
No, that's
I cannot remember what else.
I can't remember what.
They announced another anime. I'll look it up. You guys keep talking about Mashele.
But that anime trailer,
really good. But we're not here exactly talking about the anime trailer. I mean, we could talk more about that at the end. We're talking about like
solo leveling,
chapter itself. Yeah, solo leveling.
But this was a sick
also
chapter.
rip to that creator for solo leveling. By the way, I don't know if we ever said it, but he like died.
Did he pass?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he passed.
Oh, that's sad.
I remember.
Damn.
So good chapter. I thought that he's the second oldest brother, right?
Yeah, he was the crazy one.
Yeah, he was the one everyone was scared of, and I feel like this is kind of like a
longer fight. But you know what?
Yeah, I thought it felt anticlimactic, right?
I'm okay with it being over.
No. See, here's my thing. I was like, actually, no. Order's just a go. Like, he's carrying.
He did. He obliterated this guy.
Dude, and it was so high.
It's funny because the contrast with the other two fights where they were like really struggling, and then Order just fucking obliterates him.
Well, I think he had that whole the backstory power up. Like he remembered that friend who died for him, and he's like, all right, fuck this, and he turned the
typical
whole place
Shonen stuff
to a sandpit, which I thought was actually sick.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think he went out in a good way, but
yeah.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Trent.
No, finish your thing. I think your thing has to do with what I was going to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like while he did go out in sort of a nice way, it was just also like it felt abrupt. Like it almost feels like it's not over yet. Like he's just gonna hop out of the sand and keep fighting. But if that's how it goes, then that's how it goes. I just feel like he should have had a better fight. How long has this fight been going on? Like 2 chapters?
2 chapters.
2 chapters?
Two
Or
chapters.
like
maybe
It was the
3.
first one.
Maybe 3.
Like the last page of the last like 2 chapters ago or something. But I was thinking, I did think it was a little early for this fight to be over, but I don't know. Something that I always dislike is when we get a flashback for a character we haven't seen much of, which we have seen Order in the past, but we haven't seen him do a whole bunch other than be an asshole. So I'm wondering if the Mashele manga just knew that we didn't know this character very well, so he's going to give you a backstory so you kind of understand where he's coming from and then finish the fight, because he knows that we don't have as much attachment. And if that's the case, then Hajime Komodo, I tip my hat to you, because I don't want to see 5 chapters of flashback I don't care about.
Yeah.
I think it also, like, he's actually really good at doing these flashbacks, because we've seen a bunch in a row now, but they don't feel like over the top. It's not like My Hero.
No,
it's
I
like
agree.
5 chapters of flashback.
Yeah, they're also very
they're
concise.
You give a dramatic backstory contained within a chapter without taking over the whole chapter. Take notes, mangaka. Jesus.
I do still feel like maybe this fight should have been swapped with someone else's. Maybe like in the middle of the 2 fights, because the other 2 fights were better.
Yeah, they
also
definitely.
So you want it to be One Piece?
No, I don't. No, no jumping around. Just I mean, they did
different
a
order
in a row.
Different order because kind of like, especially if this one was in the middle, to kind of like split up the hype, because you had 2. Really
Honestly, the
great
fight with
character
Finn was probably the
developments.
best one. That should have been at the end. But also, it was hype reading it 6 weeks ago. So
Man, I don't know, man. The best fight for me so far has been Dot versus that other guy with when he pulled out like, the double
awesome
crosses and stuff.
Yeah.
That was such a good fight.
Both fights were awesome.
Both fights were amazing. Mashel's been in a really good spot lately, like incredible.
It should only
I
be
mean,
up
in the
here.
rankings, not exactly the best spot, but it's still doing
got
really
an
well.
anime, so we'll never worry. And it was color this week, and it's had
still in the
color
middle.
a lot actually. That's
This is like
another
the
thing.
4th time it's gotten
Yeah,
color in like the past.
It's had a lot of color recently. I see you, Mashele. I hear you. But I did laugh once in High School Family Kokosei.
You did? I didn't.
Once. It was
No.
one joke where I chuckled. I went,
This should have been bad. This
It
arc,
is-
bro.
I was like, this is not a win, Kokosei. I was like, this is not a win from you. It was one laugh. You're a comedy manga, but it was the senior, like the old volleyball or tennis player, and he's watching from outside, and they're like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, he's outside the gym, and he's like, I'm here for you too, dude. And the guy's like, stop coming to school.
I don't know. Man.
No, because he was the one that like graduated from the tennis club and like graduated from school, right?
He was he was the 3rd year and he was gone. It was so funny.
Yeah.
High school
Hopefully
just
it'll be
doesn't
good
make
next
me
week.
laugh anymore, man. They got to get back to a
This arc sucked balls.
I feel like they've been relying a little too much on arcs, almost. Which I like.
Well,
Little
the
storyline.
other ones were funny. This is just horse shit.
It also was like 4 or 5 chapters, which is too much for high school. Yeah, no.
I think that any chapter that focuses on his little sister just pisses me off, and I just don't want it.
I like the shogi chapters.
Yeah, the shogi chapters.
Shogi chapters are fine. Yeah, no, that's when she's doing her own thing. I just don't think that she has like good chemistry with her own family, man. Like, I feel like
I think that's a good point. When
comedy
I have her up against
very well.
Kotaro, it pisses me off.
yeah,
It's just like
it doesn't.
Because she's just a bitch.
It is that annoying little sister. It's like, god damn.
But it's not annoying in a cute way or anything. It's just annoying.
right. It's like a Witchwatch
man.
character.
I am
At least
glad
Witchwatch characters have chemistry, man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just give me more Gomez chapters and I'll be happy.
I will say that
Bring back the
I
game.
read the first 30 chapters of High School Family, and the only chapters I specifically didn't like was like him and his little sister had to clean the classroom after class together. It was like the only time I didn't like it. for the first 30 chapters, and it was awful. Like an awful dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's
talk about peak. 3 chapters in. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I can't believe it.
Holy shit.
Man, I wish we could talk about this. Sorry, I wish we could talk about this one shot. Like, I know we keep on bringing up that we wish we could read the one shots and stuff, but
What's
this one actually looked interesting. I saw the color page on Twitter. I could not tell what it was about, but
I see the color
still
page.
made me want to read it.
Interesting. Well, anyway, Ginka
Yeah.
GLuna. Jesus
Ginka
Christ.
GLuna.
The world they are setting up is so good. I think you were talking in the chat because you weren't on the podcast, Key, that you wanted them to introduce new characters. This new character they introduced is fantastic already, Beretta. I love her.
Yeah.
It feels like they're delivering on every aspect I could possibly want. So if this gets canceled,
You don't even
I'm leaving the
anymore.
podcast.
Yeah.
I'm giving up on Shonen Jump if this gets canceled. I mean, we're only 3 chapters in, so it is early to like actually be making, like, oh, if this gets canceled, I'll be angry.
Because
but, like,
it can go bad. But like,
no, it could still get bad. But 3 chapters in, this is like the most
It's
impressive
so impressive.
first 3 chapters I think I've ever read of a manga.
It is genuinely super.
Okay, that's a big claim. So you would say it's
so
better
attached to these
than
characters.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Give me some examples.
Even more than like Red Hood. Like, I never got around to Red Hood, but like even more than Red Hood. Okay.
I like Red Hood, but this is easily better.
Yeah.
I will say that I like the world building so far. They haven't given us a ton, so it's overwhelming, but they have like established some parts of the world that we
setting
visited
stuff
so far.
up with like that weird dimensional rip in the first
They don't
chapter.
have to go like this. They don't have to go like this. I don't have to go fucking an entire like Hunter x Hunter style page. So magic is imbued in our world like this, and magic is used in machinery, even though people are not magicians. Nah, they show us that by telling us, by like giving us a scenario where you see magic being used in everyday life, but not by magicians, and then that there are magicians in society, but in a like magic fueled society, but not everyone is magician. And so, like, I thought that was just really good world building because you're showing us things, not telling us. I was like,
yeah, exactly. And I've seen people complaining a little bit about the pacing. That's maybe a little too fast. Once again, they do that again with this chapter where, and I will say I was a little worried because they introduced like this magic guild where you do quests, and I was like, that's a little formulaic. It doesn't seem to really matter though.
No,
they don't. They could have easily had a page like this is the magic guild, and this is what this is, and this is what you do, what you get for doing this. They just have a page of Ginka GLuna and Beretta just clearing all their easy quests. Which is cool. And it would have been cool to see some of those, but next chapter we're getting more of it. So
what threw me off is that they were all 5-star quests. I'm like, okay, so we're just gonna be going on a bunch of 5-star quests, and it's all gonna mean basically nothing. It's like Monster of the Week type shit. But they clear all of them.
Right.
And at the end of the chapter, it says 7-star quests. I'm like, what the fuck? 7-star quests? There's 7-star quests. Okay, cool.
The labyrinth of tunnels, and that just sounds exciting. Like that's like
it does.
We're going.
It does.
We're going to the dungeon
for our first actual little arc.
This is a weird comparison if you don't know what I'm talking about. But do you guys remember when there was that Crunchyroll original not that long ago called High Guardian Spice? It was like an anime made by an English studio. A bunch of woke people put it to make.
Got big puffy ponytails or something.
Yeah, that. This is the anti High Guardian Spice because it works. It actually makes the characters interesting, and it's not just there just to be there. You know, I didn't look too much into it, but I watched like compilations on YouTube of like what made this show shit. Like they actually put PNGs of like different stuff in the background and did not establish the world at all. They just like said, "Hey, here's a great big magical world. Go have fun," and then they didn't do anything with it. So Ginka GLuna is doing a good thing by actually building up the world and making it interesting with all these like different creatures, like
without being overwhelming.
Yeah,
exactly. And like when they were just like walking along, it's like, hey, what's this? What's that? Even though it's kind of annoying, I don't like the main character a ton yet. That's the one thing that I like more with Tokyo Demon Bread. I like the main girl more than I like this main girl. That's just me though.
Aiden just staring at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you holding a knife while you're saying this?
I don't know, man.
What's the draw here?
Right, bro.
It's just like, agree with me. No. That's just a nice way of like setting up the world and like filling it up with all these things that we can now like know of, right? Like all these weird creatures and plants and whatever. It makes it feel like more alive, you know? So I'm happy about that. As long as they keep on doing that and they don't just throw it off into some weird thing like, hey, welcome to the magic school, then we'll be fine.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't flood us with a bunch of characters that don't really matter. Also,
Yeah.
it seems like they're doing a really good job on restraining with that because we only have 3 named characters at this point, and they're all great in my opinion. I really like Beretta. I like how she's just geeking out about a stove.
Yeah.
Because she can't do really any magic.
Yeah, no, I thought she was pretty good.
Yeah,
and then
do hope
Ginka
we
getting
see
drunk.
more of her. I'm curious to see how this will go. If Luna will be like fucking Luffy and just recruit everyone everywhere they go.
No, I literally said that last week. She sounded like Luffy.
Yeah. Or if she'll just be like, all right, bye, and then her and Ginka will go permanently.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I think that I build up a crew like Luffy because that'd actually be kind of cool to see.
I would love that.
Like
I already
build
see
up their
it
RPG
being like
party.
Ginka and Luna are Zoro and Luffy, and then Beretta's Nami right now.
Yep.
There, it's like the opposite of Nami though, because Nami's like, "I'll steal your shit," and she's like, "I'm too scared to steal your shit."
Beretta's scared of everybody. At least they got their bread though.
Now we got to get Usopp.
Yeah, that'll be at the end of the labyrinth tunnel.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a mole. It's gonna be a giant mole.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. I'm always excited to see what new monster designs they have. Even in that panel with where they're like clearing out all the quests easily, you can see some cool stuff. Like there's like a spider with 3 eyes and stuff.
Right.
Loving the series.
Also, Zelda dungeon
axe. Yeah, there's also like an ice axe that Luna made that was really cool. I'm a sucker for axes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a sucker
They're the sickest weapon in anime character.
One more. Next up, we have Akane Banashi.
Yeah, Akane.
Fine chapter.
This was
pretty good. They introduced the fucking Rakugo Federation.
This was actually a crazy fucking chapter.
She's learning how to play the taiko drum.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
That game on Switch. It's crazy.
Yeah, she's playing Taiko no Tatsujin. She got the peripheral.
Expensive. But yeah, I can't believe a time skip. That's weird. And then it was with Buddy from the tournament.
I do like that she's with him.
I think that's interesting.
Go into this, yeah.
Zenza
also, I wasn't here for it last week, but when you guys were talking about Akane last week with the other guy, like her classmate or something, he was signing up for like a judo class or something like that. I don't remember.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like inspired by Akane. Do you think that means that we're gonna get like whole side stories of like all of her friends doing stuff because they're inspired by her? Because I think that make it. I feel like that could make the story go on for longer. Honestly, if you just like fluff it out with more of her friends getting into their hobbies and going places with it. Because right now we saw in like this chapter that she's popular, like on the internet and stuff, like on Twitter or whatever. She was getting all these views, and it's like, oh shit, Akane, you're amazing. And I don't know, I just think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The way I took that section with the judo was just showing Akane's influence on the people around her. I don't really want a judo arc necessarily.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it'd be cool to have like, I don't know, to like see some of her friends like getting into their own hobbies and like doing it further. Because then that could add more. Because Rakugo is great, but it can only like take the story so far, especially if she goes to like World Championship or something. Then that's kind of the end. So between now and then, when we'll see her go from like where she is now to like best in Japan or even best in the world, we just gotta get like more stuff to pet it out, I guess, if you want to keep going. Yeah.
Well, that's why I like that she's learning music, because that's something I hadn't even considered, but it is a crucial part of what could be a great Rakugo performance. So I think that's.
Yeah, I still don't know anything about Rakugo, so I really could not tell you anything.
All I know is what I've read.
Yeah, literally.
But
so I couldn't tell you where to go.
Could be a crucial part of it. Yeah.
Right. I also think that there's a case of this is a culture that we don't know so much about, so it's really hard for us to rationalize where the story can go. Because until a couple chapters ago, we had no idea that it was important for Rakugoga to learn other instruments and stuff and learn other cultures and things like that. Yeah. So I think also she's just now entering not exam, I think whatever the testing is called, for the first rung of people. So not even the highest. So I think we have a lot more to go than it seems. because she's got to get into this level, compete at it for enough that they then deem it necessary to go to the second level, and I feel like that could take a while. Just with her learning other things, learning other cultures, it could definitely. The thing I could see is maybe her going to her friend's stuffs to get an appreciation for their culture so that she can implement it into her own Rakugo. So,
because the whole goal is like to find new ways of like making the tradition like fresh and all that. We saw that in the past arc with people like voice actress putting more like emotion into it, and then another guy putting like his own spin on it. Yeah, stuff like that I think is what we're gonna see from her going forward, and that's cool. But like you said, yeah, we really just don't know much about the culture, so we really can't say where it's gonna go. And that's both exciting, but also just kind of makes it weird as to how long the series can actually go.
Right.
That's what makes the time skip even more surprising, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think this time skip was very surprising and kind of concerning even?
Mm-hmm.
Also, just like I feel like, I mean, obviously at this point, 30 chapters in, Akane's solidified itself. It's not going anywhere. So I like that. And in a series like Aliens Area or Duran, when they introduce a big council of people, I'm like, oh shit. But in Akane, I'm like, oh okay, that's fine. We'll get back to that. We'll know all these characters eventually. So setting up that's obviously future proofing for something.
Yeah.
So I think that was good.
And
yeah,
something I'm just curious is if you're someone, maybe a Japanese person that knows a little bit about Rakugo, I wonder when they started introducing learning other instruments, I wonder if that was supposed to plant the seed of like, oh, the Zenin, or not Zenin, was it the
Zenin, you're dipping into JJK now.
Yeah,
I know.
He's just so excited to talk about it.
Is it Zenza? Is that the first?
Yeah, Zenza.
Yeah, it's on the. I wonder if it's supposed to plant the seeds of you're someone that knows the culture, so you say, oh, the Zenza people do the instruments for the performances. So maybe that's
something we could look up.
Or the seed was planted like a couple of chapters ago. We just didn't know.
We probably know about as much as Rakugo as the mangaka. He said he
does know nothing.
Yeah,
that's really funny.
That's true.
So,
but he does.
What if he's just guessing? What if he's just guessing at this point? Like, I don't know.
He doesn't have any experts like helping him. He's just making shit up. Rakugo is not even real.
It's invented by him.
He's like reading the wiki pages. He's reading the wiki pages. A bunch of like Japanese people are just like trolling him, like editing it.
He's like, oh, instruments. That's a good idea.
It's like he's like literally reading an article, and the whole thing just goes.
There you go.
Next up, we have Key's favorite chapter of the week, Tokyo Demon Bride Story.
Tokyo Demon Bride Story.
Take us away.
Great name. Yeah, explain.
All right. So, one thing I have a lot of problems with, especially is like with Aliens Area. As much as I hated the fact that they introduced the strongest spy or assassin in the world or galaxy or whatever, I kind of wish they at least like told us what happened to him in the end. Like, did he just end up in prison? Did he fucking die? What's going on there? But in this scenario, we got the character from like not only the one shot but like the first chapter, just like coming back out of nowhere. Didn't really see that coming, especially not in the fourth chapter, where they reintroduce her and like apologetic and stuff. We also got like a lot of exposition on like the other world and it's just called Otherworld. It's not even like hell or the ghost dimension or anything. It's just called Otherworld. And I think that's really cool that we got like a whole separate entity, and we have like this big looming threat. She said there was like I don't know. You guys can open up and talk. Like I'm just kind of saying what I like. I feel like I'm undead unlucking right now.
Unlucking.
Undead unlucking.
That's a good term for it. I don't know, man. I think what you were saying, you like Monaka a lot.
I like Monaka a lot.
And like, I feel like they're trying really hard to make me like her. There's like the panel of her doing the poofy face at the end. You're trying to be a cute little dragon demon girl.
Dude, she's literally...
It's not working for me.
Dude, so, we literally had a cute little dragon demon girl in the magazine. You guys were all over her.
What's the
difference? It was good
and well written. I don't care about any of these characters. And I know we're only 4 chapters in and that can change, but right now...
Does she have to wear a school uniform? Is that what it takes? Like...
No,
No, there's the
she wasn't an
difference
annoying
between
bitch.
there's the difference between being well written and shonen that doesn't know where it's going.
This
I got the most sustenance I got out of this one was glorp glorp, and we saw a character from a previous.
I'm okay with the frog girl coming back. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, she was cute. She was
Good to
cute.
bring her
I
back.
like
I
that
did
too.
like
That's
the
what I'm
frog.
saying. I like that they brought her back. You know,
Yeah,
it
that was
was a
good.
one-off character, and then you're just bringing her back to flesh her out more.
I'm glad they didn't wait
I
longer.
did like the frog.
'Cause I would have forgotten.
Yeah,
I
I did like the frog character, but I didn't have any. When they hinted at more in the future, I wasn't excited for that. I guess is what I'm saying. It was kind of just like, oh, that's the thing. I should probably remember because I have to talk about it on the podcast.
also,
But
I really don't give a shit about Jinta with his goddamn Joshu looking haircut.
I hate his
Listen,
design.
you just leave his haircut alone because Morihito
Dude,
is not that much better.
It
Okay,
is.
He's so much better.
It is crazy.
No, he's not.
This is
no, he's not.
no. This is
Bro.
this
He
is
can take his
Jinta-
jeans and he can go the fuck away. Okay.
Jinta went to his barber and showed him a picture of Morihito. Said, "Give me this cut," and the barber was like, "Ugh."
Bet.
Not even, dude.
It was,
not even. He's not even ripping for Morihito. But now I'm glad that you're comparing him to. Thank you, Aiden.
Sure. Delusional. But
You're the one.
but yeah,
God
no,
damn it. Look,
I
I like
know
it.
He doesn't stand out. Like, and that's because he's
no,
the main
I'm not saying he
character.
does. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not reading it for him. I'm again reading it.
But that's an issue though, because he is the main character. It's not Manaka. He is the main character. That's an issue. From a writing perspective, that is bad.
He's doing odd jobs. I don't know. That's his only character trait right now.
Exactly.
Oh, wait.
Ripping on another character. Damn.
Oh yeah, no. It's like he's doing something that your favorite protagonist does exactly. You know,
But one guy does it funny. This guy catches what the fuck did he catch? A laundry machine?
he caught a laundry
Washing
machine.
machine.
I mean, he's a
I'm
normal
still-
person.
here's
He's
the
not a
thing.
fucking superhero.
Here's the thing with Tokyo Demon Bride Story. I'm still not sure what it's actually really going for. Is it supposed to make me laugh? Is it supposed to make me feel for these characters?
The description of it is like an action comedy series, but it's also supposed to have romance elements to it.
I'm
So
not
it's
seeing
just
any
a
of that
regular
other than
shonen.
Manaka just fucking being a weirdo.
And then Manaka.
No,
Last
Manaka's
chapter
fucking hilarious, dude.
had some-
Every single time she kicks ass, she just kicks the guy away. Fucking get out of here.
But
And then
if-
the guy just goes home crying. It's funny. What?
It's
Why is everyone just
Aiden's just
scared?
speechless. I feel bad because I'm not trying to trash on it. I'm not.
No,
there's
it's
there's
just-
no correlation between me not liking
Dude,
it and you liking it. I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad that we have someone on the
It
podcast.
feels like
that
every
sounds
time I
awful.
like something, man,
I
I'm not
like
even like.
Daishimon. I think I was right there with you. I like Daishimon a lot, even though I do pick Pokemon at it because it is funny.
But
this,
you
I
like
don't know.
Doron more for some reason.
I don't know.
not-
I
it's
just
Nagi,
have
bro.
I have no draw to this. Like, there's nothing that's like got me like, yeah, I'm team Tokyo Demon Bride. Sorry, I don't know. It's just gotta woo me. It's still
There
gotta
doesn't
win
have to
me
be
over.
teams. I like both of them.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that I'm not like. There's nothing that's winning me for this series. I'm not a big fan.
All right, yeah, no, I'll be the one covering it. You guys can stop reading. I'll just
Stop
I'll
reading.
talk about it. I'll talk about what's all good about
the
it.
first series we drop.
On the podcast.
But
Which
the
is like,
Shogun,
no.
the
Not
Shogun
reading
Maru
this shit.
call?
Shogun
Or
Maru.
is
Yeah,
that-
we
or is
didn't
that
know.
its own thing?
It ended like
Nobody even
purposely
picked
did it.
Shogumaru.
We purposely
Nobody even
didn't
picked it up.
cover that.
Yeah. It was
I know it
like
was reading,
12
that's fine.
chapters, and we're like, oh yeah, I think it's ending soon.
We're good. I hope Tokyo Demon Bride Story can open itself up. I hope they do more with the other world stuff and make this world interesting and maybe make me like the characters. But right now, I am.
It's just our world, man. Right now, it's just our world. If they go to other world, then that's probably not going to be for like another couple arcs at least, or like a arc, you
Makes
know?
it all-
Because yeah, I also
Gotta
just
move
kind of like
fast
the
in these early
power
chapters.
system. I like how that she explained the power system. It might also just because she's reminding me a little bit of Rukia from Bleach, in a sense, because she drew like how she was like explaining how stuff works with drawings and stuff. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like the seals or something.
like
see
how
what
the
the
magic
way
and
drawn.
stuff works. Yeah.
Right.
Her power is also just kind of unique. I mean, cut something, it doesn't necessarily kill him, just kind of murders it with something else or transforms it. I don't know. I won't try selling you guys on it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but I'm just gonna keep on sitting over here
Don't
like,
worry, it's not
I
your
like.
job to sell us on it. The manga will do that. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
yeah.
All right. Well, back to back, Key.
Oh yeah,
You're
Roboco.
part of the magazine, really.
Yeah.
Pretty much, isn't it?
The color page.
Roboco had it was like a callback chapter to an older joke they had
The
in like the
stargazing.
earlier stuff.
The romantic
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, where they like got the like gold. I don't know
The
what you even
fucking
called it.
temple demon from
detailed
Demon
face.
Slayer. What the hell was that?
Yeah, the detailed face, and then the guy that from like a couple chapters back like shows up is like saying more corny stuff, and it's supposed to be like really deep. And I guess that's what they're trying to go for here.
He's from the snack chapter, right? Where they were showing off snacks. Or
No, he was
he's
from
like
way
other
back. He was like a
camping ones.
camper.
He keeps showing up every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's when Roboco fought a like fucking bear.
Yeah, bear.
At
Yeah,
one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
from
didn't
way
hate
back
the
then.
chapter, which is more than I can say usually. I do like. Well, I don't know if I like it, but it's interesting at the very end, to say the least, that they kind of
Yeah,
put
that-
bubble 1 week until the world or until the destruction of Earth because there's
Yeah.
a meteor coming.
Yeah, I know.
So-
They're like throwing some actual story.
They are
in there,
putting
you know?
more lore in here, and I do like that. That
Yeah,
gets me engaged more.
I-
Than...
I like it when comedy series doing this, man, where they just kind of drop little bits of lore in like story arcs, just like little ones in between like the funny ones. It just kind of makes it a little bit sweeter for me, you know?
Yeah.
Aiden says he's not gonna like it when Roboco has a backstory and like starts fighting
That's
and
what
shit.
I'm waiting
but
for at this point because I think that's more interesting than the
Yeah.
jokes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
no, that's what I'm waiting for too. Don't get me wrong. I still like Roboco. I'm still gonna hype up the anime. The 5-minute episodes,
5-minute
man.
anime,
Like, woo!
airing at 12:30 to 12:35 at night. Fucking in the
Like,
worst
woo!
possible
Yeah, man.
time zone.
I'm still hyping it up, man. There's me with my popcorn and ice cream, like woo, Roboco.
Hey, for you it'll be great. It's like noon for us, so
Yeah.
get that simulcast
Oh yeah.
for Roboco. But Jujutsu Kaisen has a really good chapter.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
JJK.
Whew.
Trent, you want to lead us off? I know
I
you're
wish.
into this arc.
Yeah, huge fan of this fight. I think it's
Maki been killing it.
shaping up to be, it's shaping up to be one of the best fights in Golden Game arc. I don't really understand what they're talking about during the fight. Like, I understood the whole Maki doesn't have curse energy, so the domain expansion doesn't like treats her as like an inanimate object.
Yeah.
But they said something at the end that just like went in one ear and out the other. Like my brain didn't know how to process it and like make sense of it at all. But I'm really liking this narrative that Maki is the new Toji, and
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
it's a really cool thing that we saw from even before Shibuya arc. So
It kind of
it's-
comes full circle in a way.
right, it's the way this arc is shaping up, and we're finally getting things that are coming full circle. I'm just hoping next arc after this fight, which this fight seems to be over, unless Naoya just pulls some shit
He better
out of
not.
his ass.
I was just
I
about to say
really
I'm
hope
so
he
glad
doesn't.
he's dead.
Right.
Uh,
Hate that motherfucker.
So that fight's over. I hope it just goes to Itadori or Fushiguro or
Please
anyone
show us
that
Itadori.
needs more answers.
But what I meant about like full circle is the fact that on the guy's side of the JJK fandom, everyone likes to simp over Maki, or sometimes Nobara, depending on what kind of person you are.
Depending on if you're an anime watcher or a manga reader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's the people on the female side that like to simp over either Gojo or Toji, right? And now we
Right.
just kind of have the comparison of Maki and Toji. It's like the same person. It's like we have the same taste for the same kind
We
of
have
people.
the same purse. Yeah.
There you go. So I don't know. It's kind of cool. The action in this chapter was pretty interesting, I think.
I love
Um,
how the domain expansion looks. That's a
Yeah.
sick panel.
Yeah.
Too
That
Yeah.
was an awesome panel.
With the big
JJ
ol'
art
eye.
goes crazy when it wants to.
It does. It's rare, but it does.
But yeah. Good chapter. Good action. Good fights.
Yeah.
Maki for the win.
Those final few panels were the one she's talking to. Oh Jesus, I cannot remember her name. Her sister in the, like I guess like in like a bit of a trance, which was sick. They shook hands,
Yeah.
and then she goes and like just does like the fucking power walk away from the explosion.
That-
I was like, all right.
That's something
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. So, my understanding of it was that her sister gave her the curse energy that she didn't have because both twins can't have curse energy. So
Yeah.
then, now she doesn't need glasses to see cursed spirits. but she doesn't get affected by domain expansions. And I'm just super confused on that whole aspect of it. I don't understand what's going on with the whole Maki thing.
It is confusing. I don't question it. I'm just like, okay.
I'm at that point with JJK too. It's like, all right, cool.
If something happens, I'm just like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just like, you don't argue its legitimacy. You just go. Oh.
Yeah.
I do think,
oh, that looked cool.
JJK. I do think most of JJK you can rationalize it in some way.
Yeah.
So
unless it gives you like 5 pages of exposition on how the fucking cursed technique works, then that's when your brain shuts off. But I think we're all just kind of waiting for the moment when something like a major happens for one of the main cast.
Mm-hmm.
We've been getting.
I think. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say I think we all are waiting for Itadori to come back.
It's been what, 2 years?
Not even Itadori, dude. I'm waiting for like Gojo to come out of like the box.
Okay, Good luck with that.
Keep waiting.
Well, keep waiting, buddy.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Gege fucking hates
Gojo.
No, I know he
the
does.
funniest
I know 100% he does, but he has to come out eventually. And when he comes out,
At the end of
we're gonna be on the
series.
podcast.
That's gonna be
talking about
crazy. That's
It's gonna be
Jujutsu Kaisen. The moment Gojo comes back, will probably be its peak.
yeah.
You know they're
dude.
waiting. You know they're fucking building that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be crazy when he comes back.
we're gonna
I have
hit
to
like
wait
chapter
2
369, and then we're gonna see the box slightly open a little bit,
Yeah.
and then 50
He's gonna
chapters
come
later,
out
a
and
little bit
slaughter,
more.
like 50 people.
yeah.
50, yeah. But Blue Box had another.
Dude, I have never
always
been
good.
so excited for a cactus to bloom flowers. Dude, the day that I see a
sitting there
little
watching
flower
it with
on that fucking cactus, I'm gonna shit
that's
my
gonna be
pants.
And you know it's not gonna be for like 10 more chapters, but we're gonna remember and be like, oh shit, that's hype.
Oh, this is on my brain every day. I'm gonna lose my mind, bro.
My biggest takeaway from
I'm
this
waiting
chapter.
for that cactus to die.
Oh no! Oh, that'd be so sad.
Dude, can we-
That'd be terrible. That means Taiki dies.
Yeah, Taiki actually dies. That's how the series ends.
He dies playing badminton. That's how the series
I
ends.
don't think you understand metaphors.
Taiki,
If the cactus dies, you die of her
actually
life.
dies.
But
Can we talk about the size of the W that all the Hina fans are getting like these past couple chapters, man?
I have to say, you know, I was hesitant to like Ayame. Is that her name? But you
Yeah.
know, she's repping my girl Hina, so I'm in. I like Ayame.
Yeah,
a lot
let's
more than I
go.
thought
All
I would.
right.
It's pretty
Oh
good.
man, I've never been so happy. It's so good reading Blue Box these days.
Ever since the little school play, it's been
Ever since the
constant
school play, it's been heat, dude. It's been absolute heat.
I will say that the chaos that Ayame brings doesn't
Mhm.
doesn't make it look good for Chinatsu bros,
Mhm.
I guess. Because
Oh yeah.
you got Ayame trying to set up Chinatsu with this guy that's pretty much flirting with her already.
Yeah.
And then we have her art like on the side of Hina and Taiki.
Mhm.
So it's just like, oh man. I'm gonna be so upset.
And the weird
only
thing is, Taiki's actually already considering it. I think, like just a little
Right.
bit.
No,
just like
Oh,
what
for
he
sure.
said.
He
definitely
had that
said that
one
this
panel where
chapter.
he was like, you know, when someone says that, you have to think about it at least a little bit. You know?
Mhm.
I'm holding out hope because in the one shot for this series, Taiki and Chinatsu kissed at the end. So I think that's the best case for that. So
Yeah, 100%. No, but can I just say that I love how we have so much more to talk about most of the time with Blue Box or like Super Smart Fun than we do with JJK every week. Like, it's just a pleasure
hard
to be
that is
talking about that.
Well, it's just action. Yeah, it's can't fucking analyze
It's just,
the domain.
I'm not
expansion.
even saying it like a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a
We
pleasure
just
to be
look
able
at
to
it
talk
go,
about this kind of stuff.
How the fuck does this work, bro?
Yeah.
Also, just shows the Blue Box is a better series, but
Oh shit.
there
I
is
don't know,
that.
man.
No, I love GJK, but you know, got to keep it 100 right now. But
Yeah.
I think actually before we talk about this late chapter of One Piece, Trent, have you been reading it? Are you out of Punk Hazard? Just Rosa? Are you out of Dress
yeah, I
Rosa
was out of Punk Hazard last.
yet? Yeah.
Last time. I haven't made enough progress through Just Rosa to like have anything new to say.
Are you still sad?
Because the last time I
how
was,
scattered everybody is.
it's it is still having that problem. I've read like 5 more chapters and it didn't fix that at all. So
It won't.
right.
That's the
It
entire
won't.
arc, buddy.
Yeah.
Actually,
mean,
this is the entirety of the rest of One Piece. So
That is also true.
get ready
The
for
coolest thing that I've learned since then is that the factory is under the Coliseum. So
Yeah.
Oh
there's
yeah.
chances
that's sick.
for multiple storylines to merge in that. So thank God that there's a hope that storylines merge at some point, but it's probably not until I'm 100 chapters in the Dressrosa that happens. So
Yeah, but
It's,
I mean, on the note of like Punk Hazard, since you finished it, literally the most interesting thing to come out of Punk Hazard, in my like personal opinion, was the fact that we got to see what happens when like a devil fruit appears. Like that was basically it. I don't know if you guys,
Oh,
you know
what
what
do
I'm
you
talking
mean
about,
by
right?
a devil fruit appears?
Like a devil fruit just kind of turns into a devil fruit from the nearest fruit, like the closest fruit nearby when a devil fruit
I
user
remember that. Yeah.
dies or
I did
something.
not catch that.
It's just whatever the fruit is closest. That's why it like takes those forms.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool.
Random
I
lore.
didn't somehow miss that.
There it is. I mean, I
gotta-
only picked it up because I saw it in the anime. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know if it's different. But
I gotta go back and I
have
gotta
to reread
go
all
back and
Punk
read my
Hazard.
least favorite arc.
Yeah, you have to read the entire
no,
arc.
don't do
You
that.
want to
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But
Just look it up for your own sanity.
Trent,
I
take
don't even know
off
what chapter
those
it's on.
earbuds, boss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Time to talk about Peak.
Absolute peak. I will say, he just left. He's fucking
Oh,
up the
shit.
layout. Oh my god,
My man.
this man.
This
Trent.
man.
Oh, there he is. Okay, you're not fucking up the layout anymore. You're good. So it's funny that Trent was talking about how like all the characters are scattered. Oda just fucking instantly. We get all of our straw hats together, and they're all split up again. Fantastic.
Pretty much, right?
Thanks, Oda.
Thank you so
We
much.
we had 3 chapters
Yep.
of together on the.
Dude, but so much titty in this chapter. What the? Oda, come
Yeah,
on.
I'm
bro, my man
clapping.
Chopper
Calm down, bro.
sneaking a peek, bro.
Oda, go visit your wife this weekend, please. You're not back till October 10th.
He visits
Man-
like
man's
every
down
week, I'm
bad.
pretty sure, doesn't he?
Go have a nice long visit with your wife, buddy. You gotta remember.
Man is down bad drawing Bond.
Dude. He needs to take a note from Tabata, because Tabata from Black Clover, he visits his wife every week for his own sanity.
Not
Like, that's...
Visits, he has
yeah,
to visit.
not just
Man.
not just
Manga come
fucking,
on, bro.
not just Bonnie. We got fucking Vegapunk, bro. More like
The reveal.
Vega.
Nobody saw this coming, man. Nobody saw this coming.
Possibly a Vegapunk extra body, because it says Punk 02,
Oh.
and then the robot has a 12 on it. So I think the popular theory right now is that Vegapunk, whether or not, I mean, that's probably going to be like the main body because Vegapunk's an old guy. Seems to be that Vegapunk maybe has multiple bodies because he's so high tech.
That would make sense.
And then the girl's like the main one because Vegapunk is either honestly probably dead or just super old. So like,
Yeah.
number 2 would be
If anything, this might even just be like the granddaughter or something like
yeah,
that.
that could be for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't think. I mean, it's so weird getting One Piece things that we've been talking about for 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
right?
Vegapunk's
Like,
been a huge deal, and now we're actually getting the Vegapunk plot.
Yeah.
like Oda said, he was going to give us the meat and the potatoes, like of all the lore that we've been like missing out on, and he's doing it. So like,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. Key, you mentioned that Frankie talked to Luffy.
Oh yeah, Frankie
Crazy.
did finally talk to Luffy, like
Hasn't
twice this
happened
chapter. I
since
think.
what? Since fucking Fishman or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I think it is kind of crazy that they got separated again. But Jewelry Bonnie is getting the highlight this one.
Yeah.
I feel like every major arc since the archipelago, they've like done some kind of part of the Bad Generation altogether.
Right.
Law was with them for a while. Then we had
Just a couple of chapters.
Just a couple
yeah.
chapters there, not
you
too
know, just
long.
a few.
We had Kid and Killer was around for pretty much all of Wano.
Yeah. Then I mean, in Whole Cake Island, it was what's his name?
BJ, weird little mafia man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mafia
Short King.
guy. Yeah, the short.
Bonnie,
who
we have
else
not
am I
seen anything of.
Bonnie, yeah, no,
Oh.
exactly. We haven't seen much for her. And
It's
I've been
her
looking
and
forward to
there's
seeing her.
I'm looking it up. The other guys.
There's the guy, the like Cupid guy, like he's
That's
buff,
what
got like
I
tiny
can't
wings.
think of his name.
He died.
You're
I'm pretty
okay.
sure. I think he died straight up. Yeah, to Kaido. Like he encountered Kaido. I think
Oh, I
they
heard
fought, and I
those.
think he died. I might be wrong,
I don't
but
know. Oh yeah, Drake.
who
Oh,
else from?
Rouge is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't seen like shit from him. Is he dead? He's not dead.
and then you can also count Drake. I forget what happened to Drake. He lived, right?
I thought you got canceled on Twitter.
Thought he... Wait, no, was Drake was the one that was like fucking just in the dirt after the admiral came up, right? Wasn't
I
he,
think
like,
so.
He was like clearly, I can't remember.
X Drake, you know,
no,
iPad.
no, it was Hawkins.
Hawkins.
And maybe a Pooh. I don't fucking
Yeah.
know anymore, bro. It's too many characters.
Those things, I don't remember what happened to them anymore, honestly.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's
Joey
funny-
Bonnie though.
Yeah, she's cool to finally see her. What's up with her kid form?
So
I
she
think
can
it's something to do
she
with-
can swap her age. She can go young, old, whatever. She can just jump between them. change her
I
age
think
at
it has
will.
something to do with food too. Like she's like, I can't remember what
She's
the fuck.
emoji.
She also there's the theory that she's Luffy's mom. So
I'm sure that's definitely a legitimate theory that holds up. Thank you.
Yeah.
well,
One
she can
Piece
change her
fan.
age, and that changes her appearance. So
One Piece fans going crazy. We get to see Tashigi again, which is nice, and they're talking. Oh, and Helmeppo
Mhm.
crying over Kobe.
oh yeah.
It's also funny that Trent's talking about Punk Hazard when they're actually on Punk Hazard taking care of the. Are they on Punk Hazard or no? They're at the.
Well, they're at a Navy branch, but I
But they
think
took all
it's
the all the
kids
fucking
from-
weird kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot about that arc. Actually, I completely forgot all that
the
happened.
big babies.
Yeah.
hmm
Well, but yeah, I'm excited. I think we're on break next week, so we'll have to wait to get answers on Vegapunk.
Yeah, we're not back till October 10th, so it'll be a minute. It'll feel like
Yeah.
a minute for sure.
Dude.
Yeah.
I can't take this anymore. Oda. Why you gotta keep doing this?
It just fucking breaks me. Every 3 weeks, it's like I should understand by now that this is gonna happen, and I never accept it. Every
Also-
3 weeks for the past 5 years. But yeah, this is a really good chapter. I'm excited to
for
see more
sure.
about
That was
Vegapunk.
great.
But
Yeah, One Piece is making big strides.
it's just moving. Like I
Yeah.
mean, I think he's serious when he says it's ending soon.
Oh no way!
Not soon, but like
but
soon,
oh,
5
yeah.
years, 3 years, something like that.
Big
Which
piece
is
will
for
be
One Piece.
wrapping up soon.
Mhm.
Trento,
Yeah, let's get. Yep,
come on back for some bento, Trento.
there he is.
All right, this fucking chapter was bussin'. Love to see Sakamoto back up in first, the top G in the magazine. True. Oh my god, dude, I was going crazy. It was just so good. It was just so fucking good.
The director guy just cutting people's heads off in class.
No, that's gonna be Aiden when when Aiden graduates film school. He's gonna get those powers, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna just like walk around. Just
I love the thing at the end where he's talking about finding his next theme for his movie, and
Yeah,
he
and-
sees the fucking old lady in the hall. He's like,
Japanese
"All
horror."
right, Japanese horror."
Yeah, that was so hype.
We keep saying it, but the way this author draws old people is so funny. They're
It
so detailed.
It is crazy.
She has like a
Because,
saggy chin, like
Yeah. Just like
looks
there's,
terrifying.
because like look at the director guy on the same panel. He has like a super like smooth like non-detailed face. You see the old lady is like
So much
fucking
shading.
super detailed.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Nah, I'm super excited. This makes me really feel like we're in the climax of an arc. This is like
Yeah, we're getting to that. Point.
everyone's gonna get back together. Sakamoto's gonna unfat real quick.
He stayed in his wife's body way longer than I thought he
Yeah,
would.
really
By the
long.
way,
where's the dumpy?
where the dumpy at, bro? We got like a gutty the other chapter, but
I'm glad that we didn't have too much problem with God, what's his name? Not Seba.
Amane.
Amane, thank you. Where he just immediately, oh, it's my grandpa. Fuck that, and then he's not gonna.
Yeah. He realized his mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he stopped being
Instantly.
edgy.
Yeah.
No, I think that he's been a great character. I think that the fact that he's been playing off like this edgy, like I'm gonna take down the government kind of kid, and Sakamoto's like, listen, I know that you're young and you're going through that rebellious phase or something. I was like, dude, that's fucking funny. That's genuinely some of the funniest shit. It's old man shit like that. It's like, okay, you forget that Sakamoto, even though he looks like hot like middle-aged woman right now is like, hey, I'm an old dude. I know. I've been there. I've been where you're at, and just try talking down him. I think that's funny as hell. And then he just kind of like changes up like the whole like his whole thought process, I guess. With now he's like, okay, save the school, even though I just fucked up. Not the biggest fan of that, but you know, I'm sure like he's a real family man, real family guy, so he cares about his grandpa. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited for it. That's me at the end of the day with this series, man. Just gonna enjoy the ride. Anyways,
Sure. Talk about
Anyone else?
Mid-Hero Academia.
I don't. To be fair, it was better than it has been.
yeah,
I guess Deku's back. That's important. Obviously, lead color. My hero color pages are always good. I mean, that's what we say every week. Horikochi's art never really rarely misses.
we got twice on that color page. It was cool.
Twice.
Oh,
the
yeah.
best My Hero character.
Oh, absolutely.
He totally is.
It was cool. I like how they explained how Deku got there so fast. The U.S. people are flying through, and he uses Black Whip to get on, and then just flies with them. That was cool.
Mhm.
And like we get the moment where Deku sees Bakugo's body, but it doesn't really matter. We know he's coming back. I don't know.
Trent was on mute for a second. I wasn't sure.
Oh,
You
Trent,
back?
there?
Yeah, my dog. My dog.
Oh, okay,
was
okay.
just being loud.
What the dog doing?
What's the dog doing?
Now, him seeing Bakugo's body definitely wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be.
No, it should have been such a big
Like-
deal. And he kind of gets sad and screams for a little bit, but like, that's what we were saying like 5 chapters
Lemillion-
ago when it happened. He should have been there already.
Right.
Yeah,
Or he should have gotten there as it happened, or something.
yeah.
Right.
I
Literally.
think
anything.
Lemillion gave him a pep talk, and it was like, okay, everything's all good. Like, no, you couldn't let him rage
It was like,
around
okay.
a little bit. It was Dark Deku, you know?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's
I will
a
say-
badass,
mistake.
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angry badass mode was really cool. Any panel that shows Deku with like all of the previous inheritors of One for All is always cool.
Yeah.
Seeing
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them behind him is always sick. We did miss out on seeing like Ghost All Might behind him, which is always like kind of
Yeah.
cool and funny to see him like as a spirit. Because he's not dead
Because
yet.
he's not dead yet, man. He's not dead
You're
yet.
right.
They should have killed him.
Just gonna kill off just so we can make the panel.
See, now that would have been a character that I would have been okay with.
Right. All
That would
My
actually
Dying
maybe would have made sense.
Right.
No, like I almost feel like that's gonna happen though, and that's actually gonna be an
I could still
impactful
see
death.
that. I could still see that happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They
like
usually
the
don't.
last few
They
chapters, he
hinted
like
at it with Night Eye. Like Night Eye hinted at All Might's gonna eat shit. But
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
right.
The whole thing from that was that they can actually change the future. Look at, because Deku's the GOAT.
Yeah, but they can't. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Horikoshi, toss us a bone. Kill off some of your characters. I know you love them, but just let them die.
I didn't notice when Bakugo died that he actually is that the pack of cards or is that the card? I didn't realize
The
he actually had
card.
it. I didn't know he had it on him. I guess I missed
He
that.
did. He had it on
So
him.
it's really funny that it's just laying there and Deku's just like, oh yeah. They zoom in on the card.
Yeah.
It was better than the recent chapters. I thought it was pretty good overall.
No,
I'm just glad Deku's
anything is
back.
an improvement. Anything is an improvement over the recent chapters, right?
Where are you at, Aiden? I know you've been
Currently in the middle of My Villain Academia, which is actually a really good arc.
that is peak.
A little disappointing that it takes about 230 chapters to make me feel like Toga is a character, and Twice is the GOAT, by the way, best fucking character.
He is the GOAT.
He is
I know,
awesome.
right?
He's
Yeah.
literally the best. Easy. Like, and Toga's actually really good, given a backstory. Shigaraki, it's like, okay, he's a villain, bro.
He's a villain.
I actually really don't like Dobby. I'm like, give him less screen time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care.
I
But,
can understand that.
Well, I mean, where we're at right now, I think we can all agree, like, he needs to have less. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I don't
like
know.
he
Right.
feels loved, but without reason.
It's because he's edgy.
Yeah.
It-
Blue fire. Right? That's his thing?
he also has
Blue fire. Right?
There's no way I can say that without being an ass and
What do you
spoiling.
mean?
So
Whoa.
talking about Dabi. So
Oh.
Okay. It's
It's
like,
just my
okay,
hero
Trent, you got
anyways.
something to say to me?
Aiden don't care.
no.
But don't take away what little enjoyment I have reading this manga. It is a drudge. It is that or staring out the window of the bus, and it's getting pretty.
Sometimes
50-50.
staring out. I don't know, man. Sometimes staring out the window on the bus, kind of crazy.
Yeah, do
You
go crazy.
You can see some interesting stuff when you do that.
My
like
hero
my hero.
puts me to sleep. The other day I'm reading my hero on
Damn,
the bus.
dude.
I'm literally just like,
No, but that's interesting. Like, I feel like I started enjoying My Hero after I got past the stuff I already knew, at least a little bit.
no, it I don't know. It has its highs and lows. There's some points where it's a fucking trudge to read, but My Villain Academia has actually been really, really good. And then when Endeavor was chilling for a while in the manga, I was like, let's go. This is actually crazy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think this guy would be good, but
I think out of all the long running manga in Jump right now, My Hero has like really high highs, but just some crazy lows. At least in my opinion.
So
It's so inconsistent because like
yeah.
it'll be a really good arc and I'll be super into it, like My Villain Academia or the next arc. I think after that, we're both great, but then the arcs before I didn't like that much. And whenever it's a fucking training arc, I'm just like,
Training arcs, man, they don't hit.
man,
They don't.
They don't hit 200 chapters in. I can assure you of that.
That's funny because the arc where it's Class 1A versus Class B, I actually really like that arc, and I like the ending with.
Yeah, we've
Becky
talked about that
getting
before.
Black
Yeah,
Man.
I don't know. My Hero is weird to me because I overall really enjoyed the series, but it just has some fucking lows.
Oh yeah. But
I think
Bro,
the most goated thing
this was last week. The last week where Lemillion threw his ass out, dude. I didn't get to say anything on that. That was fucking weird.
That was okay.
No.
People hated it.
Okay.
I was kind of okay with it just because like, what the fuck else is happening anymore? Might as well give me a laugh.
Serious battle, end of the world type shit. And
I mean,
then
that's Naruto.
Lemillion's lobbing ass.
Naruto doing sexy jutsu on Kaguya. Great.
Oh, yeah, you got a point there. But that's also why I prefer Bleach. So,
You prefer an ending that isn't even a fucking ending? Great.
what do you mean? And it's not a fucking ending? Did you you read the manga? Man?
Oh yeah,
Come
fucking
on.
Tsukishima just pulling up out of fucking thin air. Yeah, oh yeah, that was great.
What do you mean, bro?
But anyways,
Bleach
in
is ass.
anime news,
Kaguya was an
anime
asshole. Kaguya was an asshole. Anyways, yeah, and
No, it wasn't.
total asshole.
Okay, no, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Okay, we're doing this. We're getting into it.
Kaguya. They started fucking talking about the Otsutsuki like 300 chapters before the series ended. I've always hated when people say Kaguya is an asshole when they were fucking building it up 300 chapters in advance. I've never understood that. I can understand that you don't like Madara not being the final villain, but
Dude, Madara should have been the final villain because he was actually fun.
I agree. Madara is a better villain, but I'm just saying Kaguya wasn't an asshole. I hate when people
the
say
minute
that shit.
that like you just pull this character, I realized that there was foreshadowing for a character, but when they literally pull the character out with like little to no build up, like I understand there's foreshadowing, then there's build up, right? Like if there's nothing you can do to like prevent the character from like reaching their full power and then like taking out everyone, and then there's just Naruto with the Talk No Jutsu at the end or something to like take them out so that it's, I don't know, like the Deus Ex Machina. And Bleach does this too. You know, with like the, I'm talking about like the silver arrow or the blue arrow or whatever the fuck it was to take out Yuha.
Yeah.
That shit's bullshit. I don't like when stories do that. But at least with like Yuha, he was around for like the full arc, and then Kaguya just kind of showed up at like the little last bit of the end, you know?
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a final build, like build her up throughout the whole arc.
I don't think
For me, it's just the fact that they built up the Otsutsuki and Hagoromo and the Sage of Six Paths and all that. I guess Kaguya herself, they didn't do too much. I mean, Hagoromo mentioned his mother before, but
right.
I don't know.
I don't think the draw for Kaguya was to be the villain, but I thought it was the final moment for Naruto and Sasuke before they clashed and just showed their growth as a series.
Yeah.
In that sense, I guess Sasuke is kind of technically the final fight, isn't he?
I mean, yeah, he is.
It's always
not
the
only a final
beginning.
villain.
Not a villain, but I think it was Naruto's climax is about Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Kaguya is just a set piece. But
instead
anyway,
of talking
news.
about old washed up anime, let's talk about the new boys coming to the screen. Aniplex
You know,
Online
Gensama
Fest.
falls under that same thing, right?
Aniplex Online
Waymare.
Fest. Aniplex Online Fest happened over the weekend, and they brought up some great new anime. There's some garbage coming back, Rurouni Kenshin and Bleach. Who cares? Snooze Fest.
Hey, Rurouni Kenshin looks good.
But
that does look good.
Tomo-chan is a girl is coming. That was announced this at the Anifest.
great.
You don't even know what the fuck that is.
I would have actually hyped up those two, but we're running out of time. Then we got Nier Automata getting
Running
announced
out of
with.
time. There is no time, bro.
And we got Nier Automata coming for January 2023, which is exciting. It looks great. A1 Pictures is going crazy at fucking Aniplex Fest. And then,
Maybe a little too crazy.
Magic of Muscles. And then Roboco just got key art, which is going to be, 5 minutes, airing December 5th from 12:30 a.m. to 12:35 a.m.
The best time slot.
It is the best time slot,
Some
bro.
Japanese,
It's for me.
some Japanese
me.
kids are going to be like this. Like, Mom, I want to stay up to watch Roboco. And their mom's like, no!
I gotta watch the chicken tendy joke for the
They're
30th time.
They're like, Mom, it's so funny when they show the knees.
Do you guys? I mean, we were talking about this before. Do you think it's gonna be original gags, or is it gonna just adapt chapters?
I almost want to think that they'll use chapters every now and then, but I want them to.
I think it'll be a mix
Yeah.
with maybe even mostly new stuff. Because 5 minutes, bro, you don't have to even try.
No.
You could do the chapters of Roboco in like 2 minutes if you want to.
I bet it'll look
Yeah.
like, it won't even be like an actual anime. It'll be like, what's it called? Like the...
Way the House Husband.
Thank you, Way the House Husband.
Like Way of the House Husband.
It won't
If they
even
did
be
it like that, that'd be
action anime.
fine. I'd be fine with that.
But it'll
I don't
the
care.
voice actors go crazy.
The Roboco voice.
But before we just sweep it underneath the rug, Rurouni Kenshin coming back is big, and it looks good.
that a-
Yeah,
beforehand? I didn't know that.
Rascal is coming back too, which is crazy because that was a really popular anime.
Shut up. We're talking about Rurouni Kenshin right now, okay? Listen,
This
Kenshin
Rurouni
is
Kenshin's
good.
actually a jump manga.
It's actually a jump manga. Exactly. There we go. And the best part about it, I was looking into it because I wanted to like make a video up by myself for Kenshin because a lot of people, they don't want to support it. Found out recently that the creator doesn't get a dime from the whole show coming out.
Most don't.
So you can
Most
watch
don't,
it and
yeah.
still,
Let's go.
yeah.
Fuck
So
that guy.
we're good, man. We're good. I'm chilling. I'll enjoy my Kenshin
Anyway, more
all the way.
importantly, Ayakashi Triangle TV anime.
Yeah, we actually
That
got
is
to see
more
what it
important.
looked like.
Really?
It looked
Yeah, it's
crazy
been too
pervy.
anime.
There was a shot in the trailer with literally just some boobs.
They just-
I'm
yeah,
like,
literally.
the fuck? I'm like, all right.
Kind of disappointed. I expected more, man.
Yeah, they actually just could not show any other scene. Like,
They just had to show.
we have
boobs
to
in
talk
there
about this.
somehow.
I don't know if you guys saw this. Seven Deadly Sins is getting a new anime, and it dropped a trailer. Have you seen this? It is
Wait, really?
outrageously bad looking. It is.
I thought they already did. They already adapt the series.
No, they're adapting, or maybe it's
Like an
original.
after story or
it's about-
something.
it's
Or is it
about
Four Nights
his-
of the Apocalypse?
It's about the kid that he had with the girl.
Yeah.
Who was like
That's
12.
Four Nights of the Apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
It's called Grudge of Edinburgh, and it looks like shit because it's all 3D CG, and it
Oh no.
Seven instances couldn't get a bigger budget, man.
which
Yeah.
is just crazy. Also, an anime by the guy where the character design is by the creator of Full Metal Alchemist. You're gonna see some dick riding on that. New Jujutsu Kaisen key art, which is the opposite of the. It makes one cool little art piece. It's cute.
Dr. Stone season 3 coming out 3 years too late.
Yep. It's weird.
Onimusha's getting anime. That's hype from Netflix. It's 3D. but,
Yeah.
it actually looks decent from what I saw.
Huge week for anime news this week. Also, we did talk about it last week, but Chainsaw Man 12 endings.
Yeah,
There's
I wasn't here
also-
for that, but that's really cool. What's so
I saw
disappointing me, man, is that
someone
we still don't have an official confirmation on where Bleach is streaming, and we're literally like less than 2 weeks away.
That's the thing. It's not. I'm kidding. No, I swear to God, Viz tweeted out that it's going to be simulcast, right? Didn't they?
They said it is. It's going to be simulcast, but we still just don't know where.
Gotta be
Like,
Disney
where the
Plus.
fuck is it?
It
Everyone
has
thinks
to
it's
be
Disney, and it
Otherwise,
should
why would
be.
they be waiting? They have to know the backlash will just be too high, so that's why they're just. But either way, it's happening in fucking 2 weeks. You might as well do it.
Yeah, no, New York City Comic Con, that's where they're going to give the official confirmation, I think. That's the last place it's going to have news, so.
Important to this podcast, they're showing the Mario movie teaser there.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah,
That's big. That's big anime news.
big anime news, man. Mario anime, hoo-ha, Illumination, let's go.
Chris Pratt said you're gonna pop off, so I believe in him.
Is
Did
that
you guys
all
see the leaked voice line for Mario? I'm not sure if it was real or not, but
No, that was fake.
okay. I didn't listen to it.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
you
if you
should have.
listened
If
to
you
it.
if you listened to it, you
Yeah.
would have known.
I just look. It was because I was just
Holy
scrolling Twitter. I was at the hotel and I was scrolling Twitter. I was like, oh, leaked Mario voice line. I'm not gonna listen to this, but I'll like it. Sure. And then it was like, okay,
That's-
hey,
Go
that's
back
a
and
good-
go back to your likes, find
Yeah,
that tweet,
go
and I'll
listen to it. It's so
After
funny.
this.
It's
Okay,
so
okay,
funny.
yeah. Hold on, I'll look.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll wait till after the podcast and then
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Maybe
But
do that. Maybe do that.
after.
yeah.
Very funny though. I think that's all the news though.
Oh.
So with that,
I mean,
Oh,
this
wait,
might
is
be interesting. It might be interesting. But it was. I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but it is confirmed that Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is titled like Hidden Inventory / Premature Death and Shibuya Incident.
what's up with this new trend of
Ooh.
anime having subtitles instead of just being called season 2? Have you guys noticed that? What's up with that?
Yeah, it's weird.
It is an interesting thing. I don't know. It's like, I
That's
guess
for
to.
Dr. Stone as well.
It just makes it look like you can just jump into it. I guess
Maybe.
Right.
more accessible.
Maybe they just kind of give it like. Because Gintoma's weird. Gintoma's like. It's like Gintama Kama. Gintama.
This is why Gintama is
degrees.
everything in the top 10 amount
Yeah.
because it has 30 different things.
Yeah. Right? Because it just dominates in mass. And maybe that's what they're hoping to do. Instead of keeping it like One Piece where it's just one TV anime.
Oh, I
'cause
guess
it's in the
that
consecutive
actually
run.
might make almost like Pokemon also.
Mm-hmm.
Just
All the
multiple
different seasons.
series. Yeah. Either way, interesting. I think that is that all the news though. I think.
Yeah.
We're
I
good
think
here?
that's everything. Yeah. I can't think of off top anything
Round
else
us
to
off.
talk about. If you're a big Jump fan, a crazy month next month for English releases for stuff. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
this
Yozakura
week,
starts next month.
yeah, this week
Cool.
it's crazy. This week, actually, if you're a JoJo fan, Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan is releasing in English.
What is that? Is that a? what-
It's
what-
a spin-off
the
of a
spin-off.
character from Part 4.
okay, but it's like a full. Araki did it.
Full manga. Yeah, it's a full manga.
Yeah.
I also
And he's
did
like
get my
still
volume.
writing it.
Oh yeah,
Love
dude,
that.
you forgot to mention, but Dr. Stone season 3 is getting spring 2023 release.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. It's 3 years too late.
Yeah. I quickly said it.
And then
New World.
Exciting.
yeah, next month.
Once again, another thing with a title,
Yeah,
subtitle.
Dandadan drops. Sakamoto Days Volume 4. Yozakura starts up. My Hero box set, and then the Shonen Jump Guide to Making Manga.
Oh, that's hype.
As well as Undead Luck Volume 9, and then a Demon Slayer novel if you like reading and you're a weirdo.
Fucking.
But yeah, I think that we're good to close out the issue today. We
All
got Blue Box got lead cover next week, so it's gonna be exciting.
Issue
Finally, a
44.
good looking cover.
Finally, last week's was good.
It
Ginka
was.
GLuna cover was good. But yeah, thank you guys so
Yeah,
much for
Bo
joining us
bought
this
that.
week. I did buy the issue. Thank you all for joining us so much on this episode of the Manga Panel Podcast. Of course, you can join the Discord. Come join us and talk to us about manga. Ginka GLuna has its own channel, so that's really where I'm at these days.
Yep.
And subscribe to all of our individual channels: Shonen Soup, Key 2, Odd Jobs, Aiden, Trent. It's just Trent. It's just,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a manga channel. Sorry, but yeah, subscribe here for next week. We'll be back with issue 44. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Trent, wave. Make sure you're waving, Trent.
Yeah, Wolf into the mic.